Hey everyone, welcome back. Respect. It's
Mhm.
one of those things we all assume we understand, like we know it when we see it, right?
Right.
But today we're going to dive deep into this idea of respect. And honestly, the story we're looking at today about this guy, Adam, man, it's a real eye-opener. It makes you think twice about what respect actually means, beyond just common courtesy and all that.
Yeah,
So to kick things off, our main source material is this short story, pretty simple setup, but it packs a punch.
it does.
It's all about this young guy, Adam, who's like fresh out of college, ready to take on the world, but he's got this, interesting approach to respect. He kind of thinks it's something he's owed rather than earned.
Oh, yeah, I think we've all met an Adam at some point.
Definitely. So picture this. Adam's 22, just graduated, and he truly believes that his degree and his, let's say unique ideas automatically command respect.
Hmm. That's a bit of a dangerous mindset.
Yeah, and it shows in how he interacts with people. Like the story describes him constantly interrupting others, dismissing their opinions like they're irrelevant.
It's almost as if he thinks his perspective is the only valid one.
Exactly. He's so focused on his own goals, he doesn't even realize how his behavior is pushing people away.
And that lack of respect can really backfire,
Big time.
especially in a professional setting. Like, how can you collaborate, build trust, or even just have a productive conversation when you're constantly shutting down everyone else?
Yeah, it's almost like he's setting himself up for failure before he even begins.
Exactly. And I think this is where Adam's story gets really interesting because he gets this opportunity to pitch his big business idea to like a group of seasoned
Oh,
investors.
yeah, this is the turning point.
He's all prepped and ready, expecting, applause, maybe even a standing ovation.
Right, he thinks he's going to wow him.
But instead,
Crickets.
total silence.
And then this investor, Mrs. Thompson, clearly the most experienced person in the room, she steps in.
Mrs. Thompson, she's fantastic.
Right. And she gives Adam this reality check that he desperately needs. It's not a scolding or anything.
Mm.
It's more like she reframes the whole concept of respect.
Mm.
She says, and I'm paraphrasing here, but it's something like, respect isn't about demanding it, it's about embodying it.
It's such a powerful statement
Totally.
because it shifts the focus from what you're owed to how you treat others. She goes on to explain that respect is about treating people well, listening actively, and valuing their contributions.
Yeah, like truly valuing what other people bring to the table.
Exactly. And it's a question we can all ask ourselves, in our daily interactions, are we giving the same respect that we expect to receive?
Such a good point. Now, for Adam, this conversation with Mrs. Thompson is a total game changer.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you could practically see the light bulb go off. He starts to change his behavior. He goes from talking over people to actually listening to them, from dismissing feedback to seeking it out.
He realizes that collaboration, actually listening to different perspectives, it can lead to something much greater than he could ever achieve on his own.
Exactly. It's like he finally understands that success isn't a solo act.
And what's amazing is that this change in Adam,
It pays off.
his change in attitude directly leads to better results.
People start trusting him more.
Yeah.
Doors that were closed before suddenly start opening. It really highlights how respect is a cornerstone of success. Like, you can have the best ideas in the world, the most talent, the drive, everything, but without respect.
You're not going to get very far.
It's true. So, Adam's story, it might seem simple, but it really drives home this point that respect is not something you're entitled to. It's something you earn through your actions, through your attitude. It's a two-way street. It's about kindness. It's about listening. It's about truly valuing what other people bring to the table.
Absolutely. And it's not just about external perception. It's not just about looking good or getting ahead. Respect goes deeper than that.
What do you mean?
It's about the type of person you choose to be, at your core. It's
Yeah.
about asking yourself, am I just going through the motions here, or am I really listening? Am I considering different viewpoints? Am I treating everyone with dignity?
That's deep.
And it's something to think about long after this conversation is over.
So as we wrap up, I think the big takeaway here is that respect, it's earned, not demanded. And it's something we constantly got to work at. If we want to see respect in the world, if we want to create a more respectful environment, we have to start by embodying it ourselves.
And perhaps the most crucial point is that respect isn't just a means to an end. It's not just about getting what you want, it's a reflection of your character. It's about choosing to be the kind of person who values others, who listens more than they speak, and who understands that true success, real lasting success, is built on a foundation of mutual respect.
Well said. All right, everyone, that's our deep dive into respect. Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.